Qwen3.5 35B BALX-A3B. MoE now has a text export path through the TensorRT RTX execution provider. It arrived inside ONNX Runtime GenAI version 0.15.0, and the exact wording matters. Microsoft's release page lists version 0.15.0 as the latest release, published July 30th, 2026. Qwen support is one item inside a much broader runtime and multimodal update. This is not a new model announcement, and the sources publish no speed-up number. What shipped is implementation support for exporting and running a specific text-only Qwen3.5 MoE path. The useful detail lives in pull request 2186, opened in late May and merged May 29th. It describes text-only export and inference with the TensorRT RTX execution provider. For this route, the exporter emits a decoder-only GenAI model type named Qwen3.5 MoE text. That identifier lets the runtime classify this output as a language model. The new model type is selected only when export targets TensorRT RTX with text-only settings, so the change is deliberately narrow, not a blanket rewrite of every Qwen3.5 path. The existing Qwen3.5 MoE vision language registration remains intact. Non-TensorRT RTX or non-text behavior keeps using that established path, according to the implementation notes in the merged pull request. The source shows separation rather than replacement, a dedicated text route alongside the existing vision language route. That makes the supported boundary clearer for builders evaluating this release. The pull request reports an exported Qwen3.5 35B-A3B MoE text-only model using INT4 QDQ. That is, the concrete configuration recorded in validation, not a universal precision promise. Validation checked the generated configuration. It named Qwen3.5 MoE text as the model type, selected text.ONNX as the decoder file, and enabled CUDA graph with a value of 1. The exported ONNX model was also inspected. The pull request reports 40 QMoE nodes, giving us a specific structural validation point rather than a vague statement that export completed. Every reported QMoE node included swiglu limit. The exporter preserves the model-provided value when available and falls back to positive infinity when the configuration leaves it out. The validation notes explicitly say no QMoE nodes were missing swiglu. That detail connects the builder change to the exported graph the pull request actually examined. Python examples can now use NvTensorRtRtx as the GenAI provider name. Registration maps that alias to the external provider library named NvTensorRtRtx execution provider. The author calls that alias intentionally minimal. Its documented job is simply mapping the GenAI-facing provider name to the external ONNX Runtime execution provider library during registration. This was not validated by export alone. The pull request says TensorRT RTX inference ran through model-qa.py using the NvTensorRT RTX execution provider option. The same provider alias was smoke tested on Qwen3.5 0.8b and 9b TensorRT RTX packages. That supports the alias wiring, while the MoE export target remains 35b DC. Taken together, the source records export, generated configuration checks, graph inspection, provider registration, and an inference run. That is meaningful implementation evidence for this specific route. Neither verified source provides tokens per second, latency, memory consumption, RTX model coverage, or quality comparisons. Any claim that this is automatically faster would outrun the evidence. So, enabled means the software path exists and the pull request documents validation. It does not mean every RTX setup has been benchmarked or guaranteed by these sources. Qwen is the headline, but version 0.15.0 spans model building, execution providers, multimodal inputs, packaging, testing, memory safety, and web GPU maintenance across many merged changes. For Gemma 4, the release adds per-layer input support and fixes pixel position IDs. Those are explicit multimodal changes listed alongside the Qwen exporter work. A separate Gemma 4 fix handles per-layer num-kvi heads for dual and multi-query attention. The release also adds audio content blocks for Gemma multimodal prompts. The extensions dependency was also advanced to include a Gemma 4 log mel out-of-bounds fix. The release therefore addresses Gemma inputs, attention metadata, audio prompting, and an extension-level repair. WebGPU receives a shared buffer fix, plus a specific repair for recurrent state graph capture with shared buffer aliasing. Shared memory plumbing is another major thread in this release. The release also adds update position IDs support to WebGPU's interface, WebGPU support in the benchmarking script, and explicit configuration handling that appends WebGPU execution provider. TurboQuant for ONNX Runtime WebGPU is included, alongside model benchmark updates intended to measure GPU memory. The release notes list the feature, but provide no result numbers. On CUDA, Top-K had an illegal memory access crash when inputs contained NaN. Version 0.15.0 lists a fix, a practical reminder that runtime reliability extends beyond model support. The release fixes bfloat16 logits returned as garbage and adds regression tests when top.k exceeds vocabulary size. It also validates eos.takenID against vocabulary size to prevent an out-of-bounds write. Several fixes target object lifetime. A generator co-owns its model to prevent use after free. Adapter operations are serialized, and captured graph resources are released when a generator is destroyed. Version 0.15.0 adds input data validation, malformed audio checks, address validation, sequence bounds checking, and vocabulary validation. The notes also list fixes for heap overflow and DLL loading. The runtime can now load models from ONNX Runtime model packages. It also detects packages through manifest.json without requiring a root JNA, .configs.json, and resolves package paths through ONNX Runtime. Beyond Qwen, the model builder gains Hunyuan Dense v1 export, INT8 precision support, updated GPT OSS handling, and support for Transformers version 5 rope parameters. The release adds a real model integration test pipeline and a README for the testing folder. It also moves integration tests to Linux A10 agents and a new Linux pool. For local AI builders, the honest conclusion is precise. Qwen3.5 35B A 3B MoE now has a release-shipped TensorRT RTX text route with documented export and inference validation. That is a real new path, not proof of a universal win. Treat version 0.15.0 as an invitation to test your target package and hardware, not as a benchmark the sources never published.